Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. How is everyone doing? I'm out running around taking care of some chores. Gonna head over to Best Buy. Then I'm gonna go and vacuum out my car. Gotta go to the bank, hit up the stereo store. My speaker on my driver's side is something's going on with it, so I have to get it checked out. What's up, phone tech at work, man? How are you doing? Question of the day from me. I wasn't even going to talk about the new iPhones. I've been reviewing a heck of a lot of cases for the new iPhones. Actually, the demo devices or replica dummy devices that I have is the iPhone Pro Max and the iPhone Pro. I do not have a replica of the iPhone 11, which is the one that I'm sort of interested in. Simply Your Device, welcome. Phone Tech at Work is here. Thank you for stopping on by. You know me. I never know when I'm going to do a live stream. It would be nice that I could give everybody a pre-warning that I would be doing a live stream, but I can't do it. It's hard. It's hard. My life is crazy busy, and I'm sure that's the same for all of you. That's just the way it is. That's the way it goes. But I am running around taking care of some stuff, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the new iPhones. The one that I'm interested in, and the reason I'm interested in is the one that is the iPhone 11. And with the iPhone 11 Pro Max and the iPhone 11 Pro, I just think it's very silly that the starting price points for what you're getting, $1,099 for the Pro Max, and it's a 64 gig storage device. And early rumors were that the starting storage would be 128, and then it would go up from there, 256, 512, whatever. That to me today really is silly, and that's just my opinion. I don't know what you think about it. I know the average consumer is going to buy into it. Okay, that's those of you who are interested in the new iPhones, or you've always been about having an iPhone. That's not going to be a deal breaker for any of you. I mean, that's just what you're used to. That's what you do, or you can go a little higher than that. But in my opinion, today in 2019, even though Apple decided to kick out the iPhone 11 at $699, that's a 64 gigger as far as memory with no expansion. I think that's an okay starting point as far as storage. But for the other ones, at 1,000, 1,100, 64 gigs, that should have been 128. Then you got my attention. You really do. Yeah, and that's just my opinion. And I'm here to talk to all of you to see what your opinion is, and to ask if you're picking up a new iPhone, and which one of the three are you going to pick up? And yeah, your thoughts on the price points for what you're getting. I don't need a telephoto lens, okay? But you still get my attention if it's 128 gigs of storage. Can I live with 64? Sure. But if you're going to utilize that 4K 60 frames per second front-facing cam, you're going to take up a lot of that storage. And if you're only stuck with 64 and you can't go any further than that because you don't have expandable memory, yeah, you're really going to wish at some point you had that 128 gigs, if that would have been where they started at. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I'm going to switch over. And the iPhone 11, that's the one that I'm interested in. It has the regular wide, the ultra wide, as far as the cameras, because I mean, for me, it's taking a lot of pics and shooting a lot of video, and I'm hoping that the cameras are killer and they do the job. My iPhone experience with the 8 Plus wasn't that great. The video quality was phenomenal, but it had this jello effect to it. It really was a turnoff for me. And at the end of the day, it was It was my first iPhone. It was a great experience to go through, but it wasn't one that really captivated me. It was more of a snack, is what I mentioned in my final review, and I wanted the full meal deal, and that's what I get from Android. But I'm willing to do this again, as far as to see where the cameras are today with this new lineup of smartphones. And I think the only turnoff on the iPhone 11 for me is the display. Could have been 1080p. It's not. Today's technology in 720p, 1080p is much better than it was a few years ago. So I don't want to judge hard on that area until I actually am able to look at it. When they start coming out with the demo devices in store, like Best Buy, I want to get a good look at it. That's an area I got to be very careful with until I actually look at it as in my hand, watching a few videos and just looking at what that resolution looks like. When I mention storage, today in 2019, 64 gigs shouldn't be there on a device that's priced at $1,000, okay? But will we accept a 1080p display at $1,000? Well, it depends on the quality of that display and how well it's made. And in today's technology, 1080p displays look really phenomenal in comparison to what it looked like a few years ago. I don't know if you agree with me or not on that. So, and that's how I look at it. But so as far as storage, if I decide to go with the iPhone 11, I may go for the 128 gig. That's $749. If I do 64, maybe, I don't know, $699 for 64 gigs. And it has the cameras that I want. Regular wide, ultra wide, and you get that 4K 60 frames per second. The battery, I think it's a 3110, something like that. I could be wrong. Will that be sufficient? It all depends, I guess, on how I utilize that smartphone. We're all going to get different battery life. It's not all going to be the same. We're all going to experience differently on any of these smartphones. That's just the way it is. We don't all experience the smartphones the same way. That's a given, right? So I'm going to go over to let me know what the quality looks like and how I sound, because right now I'm using my hotspot. I am on the OnePlus 7 Pro, and down here I have my Google Pixel 2 XL. So I'm going to go over to YouTube, and there I am live. Let's see what the conversation is. So let me see who's all in the house. Yeah, and that's true, big dog. They're rumors. I get it. Phone tech at work. Drop me a direct message over at Twitter. Maybe we can make that work, my friend. Yeah. Okay, so Simply Your Device is watching on his iPhone 8 Plus. He's on lunch. Thanks for stopping on by. Big Dog, thanks for stopping on by. Uno Nice, good afternoon, everyone. Simply Your Device 64 gigs is the new 16 gig. Yeah, I know, but I shouldn't be that. You got to pay to play with the big dogs. Yeah, I know, big dog. Thanks for coming on in and throwing your your weight around, bro. Man, I love you. There's things called cloud storage. Or you can play for iCloud storage. New York Diesel in Florida. I'm certainly not getting a new iPhone. Nothing new. Only good thing that came out about this event was the baseline phone for $699. Terry Keller, what is up? Yo, what's up? Apple's way of pushing that ecosystem. Yep, use iCloud. New York Diesel in Florida. My kids have Pixel 3As and they love them. I'm getting the Pixel 4 XL and the Mate 30 when they come out. 267 Technology, what is up? Thanks for stopping on by. He's saying everything looks great. Thank you. Okay. Uno Nice is watching on his 3XL and he's drinking pickle juice. Well, that sounds interesting. So yeah, I do have a smartphone coming in this next week. I'm not going to tell. You can wait and watch that video. I've been doing a lot of case reviews. I've been blessed by a lot of companies just sending me a lot of cases, and and because I believe in protecting your smartphones. I believe in protecting your money. You spend a lot of money on these devices, so case reviews are important. I don't take them lightly. I just don't do them to do them. They're fun. I get to play around. I get to play around with my editing tools. I'm using Power Director from the Play Store. I did buy the Pro version of that. I was doing the trial version of it, but I love it, man. The other apps that are my editing apps from the Play Store, I still use here and there, but not as much. Power Director has been amazing. I noticed that Jay Will now has adopted that into his arsenal as far as editing tools. And I've watched a couple of his videos using Power Director, and it looks so sweet. So yeah, I mean, that's how you utilize your smartphones, by using them. Is how far can you push them? And for me, not just through the reviewing process, there's a lot that you want to know about smartphones, but you also want to know how much they can handle. So editing for me is important. I've been being able to play around with Power Director and creating these case reviews. Again, thank you to all the companies that have sent me a lot of cases and are okay with using these replica dummy devices. There are some areas you can't cover. You can't do wireless charging, and you can't take. I like to take photos and show. As far as like the cutouts around the camera areas, I want to make sure there's no shadowing, there's no disruption to the picture quality. I can't do that, but a lot of these cases that I'm getting in from these companies, I've used these cases on other smartphones, and dimensionally, aesthetically, the cases are 100%. As far as the aesthetic and the dimension wise, they work. Everything that I need to utilize on a smartphone, sporting cases from all these different companies that I'm getting in from on my other devices, they work. So I can't guarantee, but I'm pretty close to 100%. Without being able to test out those areas, can say that you're not going to have an issue, whether it's the functionality of the buttons, the tactile response that you get, the wireless charging, taking pictures, shooting video, the quality that you're going to get with all the cutouts, that everything's going to work fine. Charging your device, utilizing third-party cables. So I feel really good about knowing that. So that's why I do these reviews and agreed to use these dummy devices when I've been asked if I didn't mind using these replica dummy devices. So yeah, I feel really good about the information I put out. I do my best to give you everything that I can. If I miss something, you can ask me down below in the comment section in those videos. But it's been a blessing to be able to put out different options for all of you and other viewers that want to protect these expensive devices. So yeah, it's been really fun. Let's see, where are we at here? 267 Technologies on my Rebel 2 Plus. How's it doing for you, my friend? Simple your device. My MP13 is getting the bold N1. I am not getting that one, Simply. I was thinking about picking that up, but that's not the device that I'm bringing in. I will say that much. But it looks very interesting. It's a very interesting looking device. You got no notches, no drip notches, no cutouts, no pill cutout, no nothing. All display. You got a pop-up camera on that. I think it was 1080p. So yeah, 128 gigs of storage, and it's expandable. It looks interesting. Looks very interesting. I just watched a video this morning, unboxing of that device. Gadget Beard. So I'm looking forward to his review on that specific device, and I may pick it up later. Who knows? It might be a great backup device, and for some it could be your main daily driver, man. It all depends on what you want, what you're looking for. So New York Diesel in Florida. I think that's what FL stands for, right? Florida. I'm on a P30 Pro. When I'm at work, I'm using the BlackBerry Key 2, the red one. Awesome. Hey, thanks for stopping on by, everybody. I wasn't going to do this, but I had some time. So I wanted to say what's up and just talk a little bit about the new iPhones and what I personally think is my opinion. Um, just I have my wants, and when it comes to any smartphone, and that's my wants. It doesn't matter, and all due respect to all of you and anybody else, it doesn't matter what you want. It's what I want and what I'm paying for. And the iPhone Pro Max to me at 1,100, if it's starting out at 128 gigs, regardless if I'm using iCloud or not, I I I'm probably picking up that device. But 64, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I don't use, I'm not an avid iPhone user. Okay, I'm a lot of you may have that ecosystem all set up into your lives. I'm not going to be that. And so if I bring in an iPhone, it's going to be here and there, and then I'll probably sell it or trade it in. And that's why for me utilizing iCloud isn't really something that I probably will utilize. I'm just willing to venture out again into that area because it is intriguing, but it's not an area that I'm going to be staying in. I'm Android, man. I'm all about Android, and that's just me. So, but the iPhone 11 has my attention. It's a 50-50 thing right now. I wanted to talk about it and share my thoughts and get yours. You know, who in this stream is going to pick one up? Tech for your needs. Hello, folks. What is up? Thanks for stopping on by. So yeah, are you getting one, and which one are you getting? I'm gonna start driving because I got to make sure I start my chores. I could sit here all day and chit chat with all of you. But the Google Pixel 4 XL is a smartphone that I'm looking forward to, and I got to be able to utilize my money well as far as what I'm bringing in, what I'm not bringing in, what I'm willing to give up or not give up with the monies that I already have for smartphones. And as of late, reviewing cases has been a lot of fun. I don't miss reviewing a smartphone when I have an opportunity to be in touch with the community, the viewers, and able to give them something important. I'm having fun with my channel. I'm having fun doing what I'm doing. And I don't feel the need to have a smartphone to review to make me feel like I'm complete here on the channel. What I'm doing right now makes me feel complete, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So, I'm a techie at heart, but being a techie doesn't mean that I have to have every freaking smartphone out there to prove that I am. I don't have to live on my computer or constantly be looking at a computer or a smartphone to say that I'm a techie. I'm a techie at heart that loves tech, and I love reading up on tech. I love doing homework. I love watching all of your reviews if you're a YouTuber, the ones that I'm connected with. And there's some of you that don't have a YouTube channel that bring in a lot of smartphones because you love that. That's what you do, and it's the only thing that you're not doing is reviewing them, but you're reviewing them, and you're giving feedback on other YouTubers' channels through your own experience, and that's cool too, man. However you want to do it, but as far as me, I don't have to bring in every smartphone. I can live it through your eyes and your experience, and by watching your videos and supporting those YouTubers that I watch and support. Whether you're on the big stage, the middle stage, reviews have been great. I've been having a lot of fun. Like I said, editing those videos, learning more about them has been very fun. So, yeah. But with all that said, as far as the iPhone 11, it's got me intrigued. And if I do go for one, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I do go for the 128. I wish that Apple would take trade-ins Android trade-in. Not just an iPhone, because I don't have an iPhone to trade in. So I mean, I could use one of my other devices to trade in if they, were able to take in an Android device. It's too bad they don't. But that would really help out a lot. But yeah, I don't know. The iPhone 11 looks interesting. I may go that route. The only thing, oh yeah, there was one other area. They don't have that green, that army green iPhone 11. That's only for the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max. That's a sweet color. I don't know what you guys think, but that's a sweet, sweet color. But I don't want to pick up a phone just because of color either. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to pay that much money. If I'm not in agreement with myself about how much storage it has at 64 gigs, the color isn't going to make me change my mind, even though I think it's a sweet color. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Apple would take an Android device as far as trade-in, then that might change my mind, and I'd probably go for the 100 and whatever the next one is. What is it? Is it 128 gigs? Yeah. So there's some things that could change my mind, but I think right now I'd probably stick with the iPhone 11 if I decide to do it. So, hey, Jay Will is in the house. I'm trying not to look over at the feed right now because I am driving and I don't want to get myself into any trouble. A lot of strict laws here in Oregon. I'm sure where you live it's the same. I don't even try to eat and drive at the same time anymore. I don't want to give them reason to pull me over. It's beautiful out today. Mountain Hood directly in front of me has a little bit of snow. By the way, I climbed that mountain in junior high, all the way to the tippy top. Mountain Hood, elevations somewhere around 11,500, somewhere around there, I think. Could be wrong. Climbed it to the tippy top and had breakfast up there. Yeah. I probably couldn't do it these days, man. My back wouldn't be able to hold up. It's a beautiful day here where I live, and I'm going to head over to Best Buy right now. And yeah, so I found time to do a live stream and see what everybody is up to. I hope you're all doing good. If you haven't checked out the case video reviews, please go check them out. It would be awesome if you would do that and share them on your social media. Armadillo Tech is in the house. What is good? What is good? Yeah, just for those of you that just jumped in, just having a conversation about the new iPhones and whatever else I end up talking about, because you know me, man, I get lost in conversation. I start off this way and then I go off that way and that way. But right now, my interest is in the iPhone 11, not the Pro, not the Pro Max. It would be a lot different if they had 128 gig instead of 64 at the beginning storage point. 64 yeah. Now, the other thing is that display on the iPhone 11. It's not 1080p. It's a lower resolution, but today's technology with even 720p displays are pretty darn good in comparison to how it used to be. And some of this information is a repeat from earlier in the video that I've already talked about, but in case some of you that just jumped in want to talk about that, I want to get your feedback and your opinions. But I'm not going to judge that until I get a good look, and then we'll see where I'm at as far as whether I make that decision to bring in that device or not. So I'm going to pull in here in just a second. Huge shout out to Armadillo Tech for sending me some cases to review. They are in the house right now, or in my car. I guess they're not in the house. They're in the car. This is my other home because I'm always running around doing chores. Okay, I'm going to park right here. Best Buy is right over there. Go in there in just a second. All right, so where are we? Oh, wow. Okay. How do you say that? Let me go back up here. J.R. McNaught. Hopefully I'm not killing your name. His response is a maybe in bringing in an iPhone. Which one? Maybe that's down below there. Tech for your needs. I'm pleased with my purchase, iPhone XR, so not getting one. Simply your device. Once my lease is up on my iPhone, I may get the 11 model. Simply your device. Please, please. Fun is what counts. Yeah, no, I agree. Having fun. I don't ever, Jay Will just stopped on by. One of the things that he told me years ago, and a couple other YouTubers that I was connected with, is to not let this become a need, a job, to keep the fun in it. When it has become a job, I've taken a break. My wife has been really good as far as keeping me in check too, where I don't get too carried away and I miss out on what's going on in real life as far as family. But this is my other family. This is my tech family and in the community. But I have to have fun with it. If I'm not having fun with it, then I got to stop and pause and do something else. So it's well said. Simply, I agree. J.R. McNaught, do budget phones. That's where the fun is. And honestly, I watch a lot of channels that bring in budget devices, and man, they have a lot of subscriber base and viewers. And for me, it's not some. I love having the subscribers, but I love having the views. I have a regular group of people that have been here for years supporting me, and I appreciate that. Safe driving. I am. I do my best to drive and keep it cool while I'm driving and shooting these live streams. So, Simply Your Device is out of here. He went back. He was on lunch. So I think that's all I really wanted to talk about. Again, the iPhone 11 is on my radar, not the Pro, not the Pro Max. I'm a little iffy about the display, but I'll have to wait to get a good look at that. I wish they had the army green color. They're not going to have that for that specific device. It's only going to be for the Pro and the Pro Max. 64 gigs of storage for $699. That's doable. 64 gigs for the Pro and the Pro Max. Shouldn't have started there. Should have been 128. So we'll see. We'll see. The notch, it's there. It's a the notch thing. I wish they would have gone to a drip notch, but it's fine. It's fine. It's not a deal breaker. I can live with it. I'd rather not have it, but I can live with it. So we'll see what I end up doing. If not, either way, I do have a smartphone coming in next week. Stay tuned for that. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, so you're gonna have to watch. But that'll be this next week. And I am looking forward to the Google Pixel 4 XL. So we'll see what happens with that down the road. And be looking to probably selling some devices as well. So I don't want to keep hanging on to devices if I'm not using them. I'm still enjoying my time with the OnePlus 7 Pro. Phenomenal device. I will say this, as far as the Google Pixel 2 XL, I still love using the fingerprint reader on the back. I actually still enjoy this more than an in-display fingerprint reader. I don't know if you feel the same way. I just started using this one again. I put down my S10 Plus, and just turning on the device with this fingerprint reader on the back, wow. Yeah, I could live without an in-display fingerprint reader. I could live with this all day long. Working great. But this could be a device that I sell. I've been talking about selling it, but I just haven't sold it. I could be using it as a trade-in device. We'll see where that goes. All right. Thanks for stopping on by, everybody. Appreciate you coming on by and checking out this live stream. I'm going to go into Best Buy, and then I got to go over and vacuum my car and head over to the stereo store and get my speaker checked out. My speaker on my driver's side just stopped working, so I have to figure out what's going on there. All right, so stay tuned for whatever happens down the road. It's a journey. It's always a journey, right? And I appreciate you being on this journey with me. Till my next video. It could be a case video. It could be the unboxing that's coming soon. So be looking forward to that. I think that's it. Share the video. Share the live stream. Appreciate all of you. Appreciate your time and your support. Thanks for being a part of Team My Project 13. God bless. Peace. I am out.